Looks like we're going.
All right.
So yeah, is this a different angle now? Like, is this going in towards the houses behind the curtain or what?
Yeah.
Got it.
That's amazing. Check this out, man. Look at. You know what that is? You know what it is? It's the sonic screwdriver.
I got nervous there for a second, but yeah.
Can you hear it? A sonic screwdriver. Got my dialect. You know, my cup of police box.
Hold on, it's way too warm for this. It's way too warm, dude. We're already going, man. Hang on a second.
What? Oh, are you not live yet?
No, yeah, we're live. I'm just.
Oh.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm not. It takes me a minute to set up here. What's up, gamer? What's up, David? Let me know if you guys can hear the music. I can't tell.
Come on, Led. Heat up. Heat up, Led. Had to melt an ingot.
I'm going to switch to a hat. I'll be right back. Keep me entertained.
Keep entertained. I didn't know that was my job. You know, getting entertained. You know, did everybody see the sonic screwdriver? You know, that thought was fun. Kind of mixing my Star Trek with my Doctor Who.
There we go. Yo, what up, K-Fish? What up, Paul? Welcome back, everybody. So what are you making now? Are you making more bass lures?
Yeah.
Hey, Gamer or Kia, can you guys let me know how the music is? Hey, Evan, Evan G. Welcome.
I gotta wait for the lead to melt, dude. I melted it earlier, and I forgot to come out ahead of the game to do that. So thought I'd paint a bunch of these tonight, but I gotta sand them all. I didn't. I tried to look up that soldering iron like the guy recommended, but I think I'm gonna have to find it at a secondhand store. And I have a few shad darts that I can paint.
Oh, nice. All right, I added a few more moderators in here. So Paul and K Fishing, you guys can both chat. Make sure you go do the thing. Make sure you guys follow David. He's almost to a point where he can live stream on his own. We're trying to get him there. No music at all, huh? Okay. That's weird. How about now? My other mic is directly by the speaker, so. That fails. I have other options. I can barely hear it. All right, hang on. Stand by. Technical difficulties.
What? Am I supposed to entertain him again now?
Is that any better? All right. I'm getting back into the game of tying the big twitching jigs. We're going to do it. We're going to do it in gold.
That was a funny movie. Go. I like gold.
What are you doing? You waiting for your thing to...
Well, yeah, my lead, like I said, I melted it earlier in the night, and then I totally forgot to walk out here and plug it in before we started this thing. So it only takes about 10 minutes to get to...
Yo, Oregon.
Get the temperature.
Get to heat it up.
Yeah.
Is that a Darlect you got over there, too? I just noticed.
It is. Did you just notice that? A dialect. Exterminate! Exterminate!
Oh man. I thought those things when I first watched that show were so goofy. I'm like, how can you be, how can
Dude,
those
that
things be
thing's been
scary
running
at
since
all?
like 65 or something, maybe even earlier than that. But yeah, it's been continuously running
Oregon,
since like
what's up, brother?
1965.
Yeah, but like then they honestly, like as you start watching the show, they do kind of start to freak you out. But I will say that the one episode where it was the those freaking stone angel things,
Oh yeah, those were creepy, dude.
those
I
were
don't like the Stone
creepy.
Angel. The ones that carry that light ball in their hand.
Yeah, yep.
I don't know what that's all about, but ow, fucking hot.
Lead pot warmed up.
It's getting there.
Ooh. K-Fish, how you been, man? There's another K-Fish in the chat, Dad.
Oh really?
Yeah. Can you see the chat? I'm supposed you could, right?
Oh now I can. I didn't before.
There you go.
Yeah, it's Weeping Angels. That's what it is.
All right, scoot over.
I keep knocking these things apart, man. All right, I'm gonna set them.
Which ones are you building?
The
The weedless.
the weedless fish head ones. Yeah, there you go.
Weedless swim baits, I think is what they were called.
Yeah, I think tomorrow I might go in and order those Ned heads. That Ned head kit, get that coming.
Oh, off of what was it?
Yeah, and I gotta find. I'm gonna
Oh,
order the
Do It
right
Mold?
hooks for the. Oh, for these guys. No, not those. This one. Yeah, for these guys here. I don't know what you call them, but I'm gonna order
Show it
the
up
right hooks
closer.
for these.
I can't see it. Oh, the Anki ones. The
Yeah,
Arky.
that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, get the right ones going for that because I'd like to pour some of those. So we got lots of bass ones come spring.
Yeah. I got a bunch of those what was it the uh football ones that you gave me. So
Yeah,
I've loaded up my stuff on that one.
yeah. I mean, we got between the fish and the other one, you got a bunch of them, but
It's freaking cold outside. Yeah, it is, man. It's been cold. It got cold this morning and has not stopped being cold. It's at this point, it's like, just go ahead and snow. I'd rather have the snow. And yes, Flies and Trout making some salmon jigs. And he's making some, looks like some bass jigs. In the nerve. I know you told me over the phone that you're gonna put up the Doctor Who curtain and all your Doctor Who stuff, and I was like,
yeah.
oh yeah, cool. I completely forgot about it till you jumped on a second ago.
Still got to get hot. It's not pouring yet.
Never caught a salmon? It's a ton of fun, man. They're big fish, and they are a lot of fun. There's other ones here called steelhead as well that Oregon is a professional at catching. Not so much me. But these jigs here do really well for me for salmon anyway. Just funny because like you and Gramps never use these things, right?
What's that?
These.
No,
Like
not really.
for
I mean, we
salmon?
used something similar with the, but with a, just a glow bead and some things that look like eggs, and then we used to tie regular eggs on.
Mm. God, this stuff is not wanting to sit down well. Professional at chasing them. Hey, thanks, David, for that. Appreciate it. And thank you, K-Fish. Appreciate that. If anybody, I feel like everybody's mod at this point, but if I'm missing anybody that's been in here at least more than once or twice, let me know.
What's the mod thing mean?
It makes it so that they can go to each other's channel and follow each other and stuff like that. And then sometimes you get trolls in the chat, and so then it's nice to have a few moderators in there to kind of help out with that.
Nice.
Hasn't happened to me much, but it has happened for sure.
Get the troll or two coming through.
Yeah. Ow. Hey, that hook's sharp. Flashy, flashy. That's right. Aren't steelhead the exact same species as rainbow trout? They're just steelhead that live in salt water for part of the time. Yeah, I mean you got it pretty much nailed on the head there, gamer. Rudy, welcome. Flashy. Makes it so we make it so we are superheroes and can save the day from evil villains. I'm not sure. I must have missed something there. Duck, welcome. Don't quite catch what you said there, brother, but welcome anyway. Did you already pour?
Yeah.
Jeez, dude, you gotta let me know when you're doing these things so I can watch at least.
All right.
You just over there on your own little
pouring world. Yep. Gotta cook, man. Gotta cook. Come out there.
gotta cook. Really locked into that Breaking Bad reference I gave you.
Oh, dude. I love that show, man. I mean, yeah, and the ending was just, perfect. I mean, was the perfect ending. What else could he have done?
It was pretty
It had
rad.
to end the way that it did.
As moderators, got it. Scientific. Okay, I was just making sure I wasn't entirely certain. No, yeah, you were pretty much right about that one. Salmon are full. I mean, you'll hear like coho and other species like that. Those are all salmon, but steelhead are just trout, really. But in
we used to
our
catch
area, they're kind of revered as like the trophy fish because they fight so well when you get them up in those rivers and whatnot. And salmon are cool, but they're coming up the river to spawn and they're dying off. So they fight. Don't get me wrong, they fight, but nothing comparatively to what a steel kid can do. I was just getting good with the music too. When did you start making bass jigs, Dad? Someone's asking.
I don't know, when you sold me on the idea, whatever that was. You were.
Thanks, Mike.
You thought you'd outsmart me, get me interested in doing it, and then you benefit.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just thought it'd be
Yeah.
a fun hobby for you.
Yeah. Well, it actually turned out to be a pretty fun hobby. I don't know. What has it been?
See, I was right. I just get to benefit from, well from it. That's the key.
Right.
Do I have anything that would be?
Yeah, I don't know. It's been what, like 5 months, 4 or 5 months. We've been fussing.
Since you started it? Yeah, about right.
Yeah. Oh, God dang it! That one
What
still
happened?
is just not. Oh, it's just not pouring all the way down around the thing perfectly, like I would like. But that ain't gonna work. Gotta do it this way. It's one of those things where it works because the skirt is stick on, but like right there, see how it doesn't go all the way around sometimes? And it's just the lead temperature.
Mm.
But the nice part is it doesn't affect our ability to put the skirts on them and stuff. So, because that's what you want it to look like, is that perfect little, deal there. But again, all the ones I have, some of those were like that, and they seem to work just fine holding those skirts on. I guess if they don't catch any fish, then I guess we'll know, well, we should have probably done a better
Oh, they're
job
gonna catch fish. That much I'm certain of.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you end up with 2 4-aughts, a 3-aught. Oh, got the wrong one. Yeah, you end up with a 3-aught, 2 4-aughts, and a 5-aught hook on these things, man. They're freaking huge. Get some big old bass with those hooks.
The Schlappen feather. I've done the Schlappen feather in the past. I want to try something new because I wasn't overly sold. Not to say that it wasn't fine and it worked great, but I wasn't overly sold on that. The way that it turned out for me. So we're gonna try doing this.
Oh, is that new way of doing it that somebody talked to you the other night about? Where you add that piece of fur on the top to make it stand up better or something?
Different thing, but same idea.
All right.
Oh, that was not good. Maybe this won't be happening like I wanted it to. Oh, dummy, you bought a thing for this. I should have done research before I started doing this. Now I'm just going to look. Somebody in the chat just screaming at me at the moment, I'm sure.
What you're trying something different?
Yeah. It's a way of doing your
Oh, okay.
you like take it and you spin it up. Yeah, I was gonna use some wax. I should have. This line is like very slick, but that's all right. And I made it way too long, but it's all right. Learn on this one and then do it right on the next one, I suppose. I got so much involved in here right now. Jesus. I think I'm making it way harder on myself than I need to.
That's how sometimes it goes.
I mean, that achieved somewhat what I was trying to do. I don't know. Just give it a little bit of a more of a head, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to do that again without doing some research first, but we'll see. Even a little nose grease inside your nose helps sometimes. LOL. Yeah. Okay. I have a wax stick I'll use on the next go around.
You know, we used to do that when you had the 2 or 3 part piece pole. You know, where you slip the 2 pieces in, you take and rub it on the side of your nose so it didn't get just stuck together.
Yeah, I remember you doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise it just gets jammed up.
Yeah, Graham showed me that, obviously. Same way you learned it.
I never did it.
I
thought you guys were weird.
Terrible learner.
Well, that's true. I usually just try and do things the hard way right out of the gate.
I noticed. I've always said that for years.
Thanks, Dad.
Well, just saying. Just saying, man. Sometimes, if you just listen to your father.
Oh my God. Cool. Well, this has been fun. Not my favorite, but we'll move on. Let's try a chartreuse, the pink one, because I got a bunch of colors that I can go with that right now.
Crank the heat up on my lead to see if I can get a little bit of better pour. I really need to get that. I mean, it's pouring fine, but I really would like it to fill the whole thing.
Hang on, guys. Change something up here real quick. Like it's. I don't know if that thing made things better or worse there, but
That shit's getting hot.
Palsy said that if you pour lead into the mold a few times without any hooks in it and then just dump it out, it speeds up the process of heating up the mold for you.
You know, I got to remember that next time. But doesn't it just pour out the bottom of the... Wouldn't it just pour out the bottom of the mold? I guess maybe not.
No, because it'd be cold, right? So it would just... As soon as
Yeah, the hook kind of blocks the hole. Yeah, the mold would be cold, so yeah. Yeah, I think I heard that somewhere. Most of the time, it's just because I fucking forget to do that first. I just like set it on top, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I could pour a mold or 2 first. Invariably seems to be the case. Ow, that's freaking hot.
Ah.
All right, I think I'll do one more batch. That's a lot of them I got to sit and cut the spew off of. And
did you get a bunch of your hooks that you were wanting, or no, not yet?
well, I got some. I got these, the ones for this mold. I ordered those, so I got 100 of each. So I mean, theoretically, I can make
It's just better.
300 lures at this point. So I'm good to go there. I just gotta get those other ones because those have that weird. It's not like a 30-degree angle. It's like a 40-degree angle or something, but it's not the same angle as these hooks. It's I don't know, steeper one, something. Because I tried to get these in there and it wouldn't work. So
pour lead molds. Keep a little pan underneath it and use it to keep your molds sitting on the top of the hot pot to heat up Keep a little pan underneath it. I used to keep my molds sitting on top of the hot pot to heat up my lead as my lead melts.
yeah, I did that. That's how I was doing
Yeah.
it. But I
He
don't
did
do
that
it.
at the beginning, Palsy. I think is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He had it on
Problem is,
top of
I
the.
typically don't do it long enough. I get to want to cook, and then so yeah, if I left it on there long enough to really get hot, then yeah, just got to remember to do that. Perfect little pour. Also, yeah, it's working a little better. Sometimes I, try to run the lead a little cool, and it's not necessarily hot enough. So kind of a combination of both those things, I think, is what kind of did me in on the first couple. Now they're all pouring great. Got the mold superheated or hotted up, and then the lead's a little hotter.
Got a nice stash of new rods, all older stuff. But oh, nice! You get like a garage sale or something, or is it like a closeout deal? Did I tell you I was going to go to the Puyallup Sportsman show, Dad?
Yeah, we have a booth there, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Marlon and I'm not sure if Jordan will be there, but I know Marlon will be there.
I'll stop in and say hey.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Addicted Fishing guys have a booth there, if I'm not mistaken. So
I think they follow the show around the whole time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's kind of the deal. It's like we don't go to all of them. We only go to the Portland one and the Puyallup one. But I think they go to all of them. So, but yeah, that'd be cool if you get to. Well, shit, that really sucks because I was not going to go to a buy-in show, and I was going to go to the Puyallup show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and if I had known, I would have probably been more. I would have probably tried to get out of going to the buying show because then I could have spent 3 days up there up at Puyallup and hung out. But too late now. Plane tickets.
Wait, where's the one down in Oregon?
In Portland.
It's in Portland. The show's in Portland. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought it was in like Bend or something like that.
In where?
I vaguely thought it was for a long time. It used to be in Bend or something like that when it was in the Oregon one, but I could be completely wrong.
No, it's at the Expo Center.
Mm. Yo, what up, Charlie? What's going on, man? Welcome back. This one's turning out nicely. I like this one. Let's see, which color legs should we do here? Kind of running out of like chartreuses and stuff. I've got a lot of greens now, So I need to get going on the green stuff. I need you to make me some of the big boys in green.
The salmon ones, or these guys that I'm working on?
The big salmon ones.
Oh, good. I think I'm out of hooks for that. I need to order more of those hooks.
They were the Kamagatsu 2x ones. These ones were. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we just need to order more of those. I think I made everything I had, so. I mean, let's just be honest. I'm pretty sure you got enough of them damn things to, get you through the first part of the season. Because when are salmon going to be running again? I mean, when would you be able to fish for salmon again?
Not for a hot minute, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, it's got to be a minute or two, because now it's like, unless they open steelhead season up again, which I doubt, just kind of bullshit. It didn't seem like it was open for any length of time.
It wasn't. It literally closed down on me. And so unless I want to go south towards Seattle to do it, that's my only option. Which, I've gone south for squidding. I haven't really necessarily wanted to go south for the steelhead yet.
Well, do you have to go all the way to Seattle, or is it just before Seattle?
I'd go past Seattle.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, like towards Tacoma.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Just saying, if it was, even middle of Seattle or this side of Seattle or your side of Seattle, then shit, that ain't too bad. But yeah, all the way to basically to Tacoma, man. That's a solid drive.
That's the central, the OP. Trying to do this code wise. The GR. The name of the river is this. How about that? Although I doubt there's many people in here from my neck of the woods. But the Green River is what I'm talking about, Oregon. Which I think is actually, it's like near Tacoma-ish, I think.
Yeah, I think I drive over it every time I come up this way.
Okay, so then you know exactly where it's at and how far I need to go to try and fish, which, again, not opposed to it, but it just sucks because I know that there's steelhead fishable waters like right here,
Yeah. No. That's some BS right there. Tell you what. All right. Got my tea.
All right. Well, I wasn't sure, man. Shit. But like I said, I don't think anybody in here is. And I'm fine with giving river names, like Fish in the Green River, whatever. I'm not. We've talked about this before about like some of those Facebook groups that I've chatted about, but I'm not the type to just give you the spot. Like, it's fine to tell you what river you're going at. That's to be successful, but then find your own spots, and that's part of what I like to do. So I would hate to rob. The way I see it is, I'd hate to rob somebody of that part of the adventure of it. What, you got something to say there?
Who?
You.
Me?
I thought you were laughing there.
Yeah, well, I was.
What?
I don't know. Don't remember now.
Yeah, okay. Fucking such an ass. Do I have something with chartreuse that I can put on the front of this? I kind of do and I kind of don't. That doesn't match really at all. We'll just finish it out with this purple stuff. Or did I not get any crosscut automatic? Is that that?
Better talk to your supplier.
I just realized I don't think I grabbed. Oh wait, we'll use this. This will be good.
Ow! God damn hooks.
Yeah, that's not bad. They're always a man. You ever have your dad in the passenger seat as you're backing up a trailer? Yeah, I've had him behind the trailer, and it turns into a yelling match either way from both.
Yeah, because you can't back a trailer up for shit.
Listen,
I mean, I will give you this. You're better now. But
yeah, better now as in like 10 years ago.
yeah, well, I was thinking like, a couple years ago, but okay.
No. Shit, I'm better at you than this point.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Try and call me out. I'll send you for one. That's it. We're making a video. Freaking trailer obstacle course. You and me.
All right, you got it. You're going to look awful foolish when the old man kicks your ass.
You got to use my truck, though.
Huh?
You got to use my truck, though.
We each use our own vehicle, man.
It's easier with an SUV.
Oh, listen to you already. The freaking excuses are coming out of your mouth. Like, oh, my truck's harder. Oh no. That wasn't what I heard. What I heard was, you don't know how to back up, Dad. I'm better than you. So don't start making excuses
You're
now.
fine. You're right. I'll just completely just send it and show you better and in the truck. That's fine. A short little jet skier. I like that jig. Thanks, man. I like the color combo I got here going too. Use a jet ski trailer.
Oh yeah, short trailers are always fun. But I'll tell you what, another one that's even funner is the kayak trailers that we have, which are, I don't know, 20 some feet long with a super long neck. So when you go to turn them, you got to plan turning them like way ahead of where you want them to go. So they both have their fun. Short ones are sometimes hard to go back straight because you're just whipping back and forth. And then the long ones are just like hard because you got to plan so far ahead because it takes so long to turn.
Yeah. I've like gotten used to when I had the small boat and my Xterra. Even you admit I had that thing down, dude. I had that thing.
Well, I always liked the launch system you had going.
Oh
with
yeah,
the boat through the back.
Yeah. So what I did, I had an
dude.
Xterra SUV, and what I ended up doing is it was like a hatch. It was an SUV, so it had a hatch that pop up, and I had a 14-foot Alumacraft boat that I'd use at launches and whatnot. And I was pretty good at backing that thing up because what I would do is I would unhook the back of the boat, and I'd unhook because I go fishing by myself a lot of the time. I'd unhook the back of the boat, and then I'd unhook the front of the boat, so the boat is completely free of the trailer. I'd get in line with the trailer ramp before I did this, but and then I'd unhook everything, and then I took the line and I'd throw it in through my truck or in through my SUV at the front seat of the car, and I had this special rope from a climbing department that had a little bit of bunginess to it, and so I'd back up the trailer holding onto the rope, and then just as the trailer, or as soon as the boat started lifting from the trailer, I just kind of hit the brake a little bit, and it would just be enough to pop it off the trailer, and it would start rolling back. And I had it the perfect length, so if my arm was right here, that the boat would follow just directly behind the trailer, and then I'd pull forward, and I'd basically hold on to that rope till I couldn't hold on to it anymore, and it had that bunginess to it. When it finally let go and it sprung back, it sprung directly back into the boat. It jumped the whole trailer directly back into the boat, and I just drove away, parked my car, and then jumped in my boat and left. Quite a few times, a couple of old timers were looking at me like, "Holy crap!" Because I could just do a solo launch by myself. But I can do it with my new boat, my 18-footer, by myself. But it's not as smooth, that's for sure. I just do it a little bit slower because I gotta.
Well, there's a lot more. There's a lot more inertia there too, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot more boat there too.
Yeah.
So.
Need to pay. Need to pay.
14 people in here so far. If you guys don't mind hitting that like button on the stream, helps me out immensely. If you're just chilling.
All right. I want to do the shads. No.
So I have that video. Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate it, man. I have that video of you doing K-fish back in the 80s with your guys' big camera.
Yeah.
All ready to rock and roll that I want to do, but I'm waiting until I hit that 500 mark. And then I'm gonna start releasing 80s K-fish.
80s K-fish. Holy crap. Well, was it 80? No, it was 97. Was no.
No, because
No. It was
no.
oh, it was older than that. Yeah, you're right. It was like I don't know, 87, 88, somewhere in there.
Explain how that started, by the way.
How the K-fish thing? Well,
Yeah.
it's canoes and fish, obviously.
Well,
And
yeah. How did you and Deke
because
start
I
that?
had that I bought one of those big old video cameras that you
What up,
carry
Spirit
over. They're
Fly?
just
What's going
giant.
on,
They're
man?
just giant, right? And so we decided to do that. I filmed us in a mine, going through a mine at the up on Mount Baker.
I'll
There's
have
a
to. Oh,
videotape somewhere of that. I don't know where it went now. It's
dude, the
probably
Lulu.
lost.
You realize
Yeah.
I went through the Lulu when I was working for Mount Baker.
Yeah, I remember telling you that. Yeah, we went in
Yep.
there and went all the way up and climbed these crazy sketchball friggin' ladders and shit and stuff. And so yeah, it was nuts, man. I mean, it was crazy. Like all the wooden timbers holding shit up and stuff. So, but yeah, no, I filmed that. But no, the crayfish thing started out as we were just filming along the way, and we'd done it for a couple of years, and so I think this was the second year, and we decided to film the whole thing
These
because
catch
your
these.
uncle Mike was there, went with us, Vinny in those days, Deke, myself, Dad, and yeah, we just all head out with boats and shit in Eastern Washington, and then just hit a bunch of lakes over there and stuff. And but yeah, we just started to film it, and I don't know, man. We just got this whole thing where in one section where we decided instead of say large effing fish, we just called them smilers. And so we'd be interviewing people, and Deke would have this. He would have a fish basher like a mic, and people would talk into it. You put a camera in front of people's face, they lose all ability to see anything else because he would literally be holding
Wait, so
this
you guys
fish
were just
basher
messing
up to
with
their
people out
face,
on the
and they're
river?
talking into it like it's a mic, and I'm the film guy. And we're like, he's like, so how were them smiling fish? Because we didn't catch many of them smiling fish, And she's like, oh yeah, those are great fish. And pretty soon we even had, I think at one point we even got her to say smiler. And it just was this, I don't know, it was just, us being goofy, man. Videotapes was pretty new in those days. It hadn't been around a long time, so it was pretty cool. I guess it was our, we were influencers and Facebookers long before there was such a thing.
Yeah, it was. Well, like I've done the YouTube thing a couple of times, and both times it just didn't feel like it's something. I don't know. It didn't work out like I wanted to, and I tried doing videos and it just didn't pan out like I wanted it to. And then I was like, eventually I think, and then I saw one of your old videos and it just kind of clicked. I was like, dude, I should just do K-fish and just redo K-fish from you guys. And I think it'd be fun to like we've done a bunch of the lakes that you guys fished in a lot of those videos, but like to go back and basically
I mean,
redo
dude,
it.
that would be a fun trip just to go take a literally go hit Sun Lakes and Potholes Reservoir was really
The
cool
first
because it's
video I think that you did was like 1980s troll. Yeah, he was totally trolling around and like a smelly old fish batcher, and he's put it in people's faces and be like, "Yeah,
yeah,
let's do an interview."
yeah. I guess we were trolling people before it was even a thing.
But yeah, I've got all of that. At least Uncle does, and
Yeah,
so I've got
yeah,
a bunch of snippets from it that I'm gonna be
nice.
pulling from. But that
All I
first
can
one was kind
say,
of my favorite because it had everybody in it.
yeah. Well, it is. I'm so glad that there was no camera phones back in my day, dude.
All right,
I'm
and here we
glad
go
I
with the
missed
Gen
that.
X stuff. Back in my day.
Back in my day, whatever, youngin.
Um, let's do. I got that awesome red, so I'm gonna do that red. How? Dude, that ruby slipper ones you made are pretty rad. Mr. Kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some ruby slippers right now.
Whoa. Stop talking about it for a while. I mean, I'm gonna talk about what interests me, man. My spring came off my thing here. This ain't good. All right, well, I'll put that back on later. Keep messing around with that.
Ruby slipper.
Oh, and that one? You painting already?
Yeah, yeah. Nothing but fast production here.
I know you're so fast nowadays with that setup of yours. Ooh. Yes. Anyways, I was gonna do the Sportsman show. I think it's not this weekend, but next weekend. I think it is.
It's next weekend.
Bro's got a whole setup. Oh yeah, he's got the whole. You want to pause for a second there, Dad, and there's show people your.
Let me do this one and I'll do it.
He just started not too long ago too. That's the funny part. He went off the deep end pretty quickly. I'm gonna do a black one with red. Look at that. This stupid bright
All right,
crosscut.
All right, here's a setup. Cooker. All the different molds in the back. That's my plate that I'm working out of today. And then that's my shells, all my different colors. My lead when I'm getting low on. And yeah, this is my setup here. You got your pump, manifold, and 6 things on a separate switch. My power. Then you got the oven for cooking, and my stand for looking good and hanging them while they dry. And then this is my kind of my storage area. So I got these for traveling when I have to take them to Rob and stuff, but helps keep everything organized. So that is my setup.
Oh, inline weights. Yeah. He needs some 3-ounce weights and 1/4 ounce. I can't find them anywhere right now. Yeah,
What
he's got
size?
3-ounce, 3/8 and 1/4 ounce.
Oh yeah, I think that's what this thing makes, if I'm not mistaken. Oh wait,
Your inline weights?
Shad. I got to write on the ends of these things what's in them. Yeah. So it goes 1/4, 3/8, half, 5/8, and 3/4.
And then he dips some of them in black, which
I dip all of
I
them
know
in
sounds
black.
crazy, Oregon, but they're really nice for bobber dogging setups because when they're in black, they take out some of that sheen, and it just seems to me like they're less spooky. That harming a person, I did know that. Yeah, it's pretty wild, isn't it? I just liked, but I subscribed already. I appreciate it, Mr. Kid. Thanks. Thank you, man. Appreciate that a lot. I love my videos. I got another one coming out this week. I got my big bass bag. I kind of went like a preview it if someone out there wants to, like a gear review. I've used it about 2 years now, and it's like a pretty high end bag. So I want to throw that up next week. You gonna need some of those? Right on. Yeah, I can hook you up.
All right, new color. Disco blue.
Doesn't really help when it's for transportation, but it helps for dampening radiation. Yeah, I know that much. They'd use that like above the, the tanks and vats and whatnot. But I cannot get this black to lie down like I want it to.
Yeah, some of these are pretty heavy, man. They're gonna throw pretty good. Ow! Hot.
Cussing, man. You gotta be.
I love the sparkle on the blue. Look, Rob.
Hold on. What? Oh yeah.
Blue.
Those look sick. Did you get your vise all set up now? So now you can be better with, or you can get. Is it
I don't
easier
have it
with the
set up.
eyeballs or?
No, it's too deep. I gotta notch out the wood. It's not quite. Doesn't open up quite enough to attach to my bench here. So I haven't had a chance. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I just got to take a little notch out of the wood here so it's got room to clamp. I just got to pick out where I want to do that. I'll probably just do it right here in a
Well, it doesn't really help when it's in transport. Oh no, I read that. Care to explain bobber dogging? Never heard of that. Yeah, give me a second here.
trying to do 4 or 5 of each color, Rob.
Of what? Oh, okay. Yeah, as long as it's patterns, like of 4 or 5, it makes it easy for me. Okay. So when I am fishing for salmon, which fish like these. This one, however, I caught on a jig, but I do use the method very much when I catch my other salmon in my photos, but it's called bobber doggin. Basically starting from the top of the line, right? So from the rod tip moving down. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's giving you the brief explanation. I'm gonna go through it because it's fun for me. And I just pulled out all the stuff. So now I want to show it. But from the line down, okay? The first thing you're gonna have is some sort of bobber stop, and then that is your bobber that you use. I've got all different kinds and weights in here for doing all kinds of different stuff. But basically, the weight, you match your weight to whatever your bobber is. That goes down to a bead, so that way that bobber doesn't get caught on a swivel. So usually I'll use I know Oregon uses like the Tide kind, but I like using these guys here. So it's a bobber stop with a bead already kind of attached to it. There is another type that I don't really have here, but they made like a pre-tied string and you tighten it up on the line. But I like using these ones just because they're simpler for me. So anyway, this goes so the bobber doesn't like go on top of the swivel. Oh, you do use them too, okay. And then from there you run it to, like I said, your weight that is correspondent to whatever the bobber you're using is, and that corresponds to whatever your drift that you're doing. I used to use these. These are called Bouncin' Betties, and they're rubberized. The rubberized weights, and then you'd hang this down. The reason why you do these rubberized ones, when they bounce off the rocks, like I said, it's all about not spooking them. And that's where I got the idea from these ones of why the inline ones that he's making, paint them black like this. So that way, again, it's not. I will say I have had, ratio wise, my success has been a little bit better with these ones. So than the standard, which is when you buy them in the store, they look like this, right? Just your standard lead weight. Because it does two things. It makes it a little bit more of a dollar noise to it. So if it does end up hitting the rocks as it's falling through the water, it's a little bit more of a dollar noise and it's kind of more like this than the pure lead is. And then from your weight, you run some sort of leader to just a hook, basically. And that's what these I have all pre-tied up are. And this is like a size 3, 4 hot hook. And I tied it bait style. So basically what you do, what happened, is we use salmon eggs as bait. And we put them in that little loop there and tie them off to this. And then I'm drifting this down the river. The idea behind it, you could probably put shrink tube on the outside of the inline swivels to give that the same effect as the Bouncin' Betty. Yeah, you could, totally. But he's got the whole setup going, so, and he makes batches of them anyway, and he likes doing them, so, same effect though. You could totally do that if you didn't have what I'm doing. You could totally use shrink wrap. But anyway, we use salmon eggs on this, and the idea behind it is that and Oregon may have different opinion on this, but what I've been told is that because the salmon are such aggressive fish, and when they're trying to spawn, that when they see eggs floating down, they see that as competition, and so they want to bite at it because they're not really feeding at that point. They're no longer eating; they're just swimming upriver. So you're with the jigs like these ones and the bait, you're basically playing off instincts at that point. These ones, because I use these heavier ones and I twitch them in front of them, it's almost an instinct when they see that jump up that they want to just grab it. It's like muscle memory for fish. So that's what you're playing off of. That's the idea behind it. But yeah, so my section of river that I fish, I will say is I will give it the name of it being the most successful for bobber dogger drift fishing with eggs. Hands down, it is the best way to fish that section of river, other than twitching rigs like these ones. So, but yeah, that's the two main ones that we use. There's other methods out there. There's also not so great methods, but those are the two that I like to use mostly. I really like using the drift eggs first. It's very easy to run, and you see that bobber go in the water, and it's pretty, anybody can understand when a bobber goes down, you set the hook and your fish on. So, hey, Zyrene just stepped in.
What's up, Zyrene?
What color are you making there?
Have to play the Hogwarts Monopoly game.
I live with nerds.
Excuse me?
I live with nerds. He said he can't wait to play the Hogwarts Monopoly game with you.
I'm sorry, what do you call this?
What do I call this? Fishing? It's not nerd. Maybe to this level it is.
Nerding out on your fishing.
Somebody was asking in the comments how your dad gets the eyeball.
Oh, did I miss it? Someone commented and asked how you put your eyeballs in the bait, Dad.
Carefully.
Huh?
Come on, left
Oh
that
yeah,
one
sometimes
wide
they're
open.
chameleon-like. Because he didn't notice that he had eyeballs that were like the retinas or whatever were slightly off, but he didn't notice that and he was slapping them on. So I got a batch of baits that were like
Just
this.
go for them because they look like they're all squirrely eyed, man. Now, I mean, I will say this: since we did it on the vise, man, it's way easier. And I just I was using just the UV stuff.
Greg the Gator, what's up, man?
You recommended using the super glue, so I got super glue now that I do it with.
Oh yes, the super glue probably helps quite a bit.
It makes it easier. I'll say that because the other stuff's really thick,
Yeah.
So. I want to order. I did order. Did I order something? I think I ordered some kind of bigger ones to fit these a little better because those ones are a little small. I think they're like 6 millimeter, and I think these like the bigger ones of these are like 7 or 8 millimeter. So I ordered some of those. Get some big old bug eyes on them,
What is going on here?
Make those bass just want to eat them away. Just want to go chomp, chomp, chomp. I'm doing Copperhead Road right now. In all those years we were over in Eastern Washington, Rob, like we went out and looked for rattlesnakes. All those years going, they never found one. When you don't want one, they're right there where you don't want them at. But when you're actually looking for one, couldn't find one.
What was this?
Dug out. We were idiots, man. We're like digging up and lifting up boards and shit.
What was this? What was this?
Trying to see a rattlesnake. All those years we were over there, Eastern Washington's full of rattlesnakes, man. But we never saw any the whole time we were there. I don't know, maybe we were a little early in the season, so they weren't out as much or something. But we actively went and looked for them, and I mean, we were morons, man. We went and flipped up boards and shit, like trying to find them, which is, not exactly the brightest methodology to look for to try to find a rattlesnake,
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that. I'm gonna pull that power there, gamer. What size of jig head? This is 3/8, and then I do 1/2 ounce. Thank you, gamer. Half ounce is like a bunch of these guys here. I like the heavier weight stuff because I think that they're a little bit more. It's a personal preference of mine. I like the half ounce. Are you from Washington? I am. Yeah, dude. Oh, nice. Yep. So yeah, I use these for salmon mostly, and I like the 3/8 and the half ounce. I feel like they have a lot more jerk in them. In heavier waters, which is 90% of what I fish. So heavy, deep waters, and so when I use like the smaller ones that you get from the Addicted guys and some of those ones, which are still great. Ooh, I love that purple color. That thing's sick. I saw some guy too, by the way, Dad. He instead of drilling out the thing, you can get like a silicone little dowel and put it in the eyelet there when you go to dip, or in the weed guard hold. But
yeah, I mean these are big enough; they
Snohomish
don't
County.
flood.
Oh, right
But the
on,
little
man.
guys, yeah, do.
Did my dad build or buy that manifold for the paint pods? Oh man, you guys are gonna get him on one. Did you buy it or build it, Dad?
What's that?
Your manifold for your paint pots.
No, I built it all, man. From scratch, baby.
He wanted to put kits together to sell online. He thought that would be fun because he had a blast building them.
Yeah, it was fun making it. I mean, I didn't have to build it 6 across, dude. That's more me. I put a piece of plywood. I didn't have to put a special switch in there. But I mean, that's half the fun for me. It's like, building it and fixing it up and then adding to it. And I had just about as much building out the whole setup as I did doing, painting the jigs and shit.
Yeah, don't let that stop now, because that's the other part of it too. You get on a project, you built everything for the project, and you're like, okay, I'm done with the project.
No, I like this. This is fun.
Because you get to, it's more
I
of the
count on
building
you to lose
aspect.
enough lures that I won't have a problem, needing more.
Yeah, well, lose them, hand them to homies, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the whole point, right? That's what makes it fun.
Mike's got enough now at this point.
Yeah, he's got plenty, dude.
So does my brother-in-law. Every time I've gone over to his place, I've handed him a few.
Nice, bro. You should send some out to the people watching if they want some.
Oh Lord, you opened a rat's nest there.
Oh, well. I mean,
I can.
I'm making thousands, but I mean,
I sent some of your bass jigs to Oregon, and
cool.
then Villigren's got some bass jigs as well. But Oregon also got some of the steelhead jigs, so that way he can tie some live with me as well, or tie them himself. But
I mean, all the main investments done now. It's just
100% ADHD problem.
If I get hooks in 100 packs, man, I mean that's like 300. Depending on the size, that's like 300 jigs. That's a lot of jigs, man.
You want a plan for his setup? Yeah, I'm sure he would hook it up. God, that purple, you're getting a mess with that purple, man. Or did it do that plopping thing that you talked about?
Oh, it did that when I turned it on.
You always leave the lid on. You always forget to leave the lid on when you go to start it up.
I can't start it up with the lid, dude. How am I? It's sealed.
Oh, that well, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole point. It's sealed on there when it's done. I just vacuum it up when I'm done. Now I'm gonna hang it up. So
100%, buddy. I'd love a setup like that. Yeah, I mean, so he's got all the molds there onto the side, and then he starts with the hot pot to the left there. He's got it kind of raised up so he can sit down and see it as he's pouring, and then it goes into that tray that he lets him cool down, and then to his system. So the funny part is you'd think that he at this level of setup that he's got, that he makes them for to sell online, but we don't. It's purely for me.
It's purely entertainment, man.
And entertainment. So,
well,
yeah. So if you're
I already
hanging
told
out
you
in a bunch
why
of
I
my
do
lives, usually I'll hand some
it.
out
Tell
here and
them
there.
the real reason I do it.
What?
You know why?
What? So
because I get to spend 2 hours visiting with my son.
Oh man, it just got real cheesy.
Well,
you had to.
I'm a dad, dude. We get cheesy from time to time.
Oh Lord.
I mean, that's just what comes with the territory.
Better than us just yelling at video games all night. That's for sure.
Well, that's fun too, but
Yeah,
can't do that the whole time. All right, they're in there cooking. I'm cooking.
How many did you make?
I mean, dude, there's like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10, 20, 30. 30 of them, maybe.
Of the bass jigs?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Now I'm going to paint some of your. I'm going to use some of this fun, crazy paints for your darts, man. These guys. I'm going to paint some of them in the crazy colors.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Oregon gets it sometimes too, because he takes his kid out and goes fishing for steelhead. It's different when you live 2 states away,
Yeah, well, I can't wait till spring and we can go trout fishing again and stuff.
Oh yeah, trout, kokanee.
Yeah,
Panfish.
Don't do the bass thing, dude. Try some different.
You don't like the bass thing as much, do you?
What's that?
You don't like the bass thing as much, do you?
No, I like the bass thing.
Okay, good.
Yeah, just I mean, trolling's fine too, but it's nice. The bass thing's fun just because you're kind of staying busy the whole time. You know what I mean? Changing lures out. I'm not changing them out as often as you guys, but I like it just because you get to cast a lot and stand there and fuss. Whoa, what? Oh, damn it! I overloaded my circuits. Uh-oh. All my other shit. I need to wire that shit up to a separate circuit, I guess. Hey, new project. Flip my power.
Too much power?
No, yeah, too much power, but I don't have enough power. That's too little power, I think, is the better way to go with it.
Sounds like you guys ever use the UV powder paint coating?
What's
like
the
a UV
powder coating?
Yeah, I was gonna
stuff that
say,
glows?
are you talking the stuff that glows there, Ray? Cool nightmare jig. Yeah, thanks, man. 3/8 ounce ruby head slipper head. I put UV resin on the thread base. It seems to hold up a little bit longer and doesn't unthread on me when I do that. And then, yeah, red head, black body. That's a pretty common one. And then I did this one earlier. And then I did this one to start with. Not too happy with that one, but it'll go in the box. So if someone wanted one, I'll throw that in there. Because a jig's a jig, it'll still work. But I've gotten to a point where I've almost filled up all my bags, man. Or all my boxes of jig boxes.
Oh no, you're gonna have to buy some more tackle boxes. Oh, the horror of it.
I do love me some redheads. This was my favorite one I've made in a while, but yeah. But yeah, like this box, I literally can't throw any more in here. There's some buried underneath here as well. I filled that one. Now,
shad darts that are gold, Rob.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if they'll catch anything, but
just subscribe. Hey, appreciate it. Moose E. Appreciate it, man. I don't have any salmon fishing videos up yet, but I got a bunch of trout stuff. But I will shortly. But like I said, I like tying these twitching jigs. So, but anyway, that's the second box I got filled up. So,
I thought you had that one picture of you catching a salmon in the river.
Does my dad have a channel? If not, he should make one. I told him he should, but he just wants to go live here. That's as far as he wants to go with it. But for now, anyway, I don't know. He might want to do it later. It's kind of fun.
What are you talking about?
They're asking whether or not you. They said if you had a channel.
Oh, nothing that I do use for this. It's just mostly your channel. What it's about.
All right, we'll do one more, and then I'm gonna flip over to some steelhead ones. Actually, I've almost filled that box up too. He would get some views though. Well, that's why I got him on mine. It's his setup, isn't it? I know. Hey, he came. So the way it started is he came here, and I was telling him that I was buying these jig heads online. And they're pretty expensive to tie my own jigs.
Blood.
And then what?
Oh, I poked a hole. I had blood. I'm bleeding for you. Bleeding.
Okay. Anyway, so I told him that I needed some of these, and he was like, "Well, I wonder what it's like to make them." And so he went on YouTube, and then that was it. He started making sharp hooks. Yeah, the Kamagatsu 2 times. They're sharp as heck. Anyway, so he saw somebody made something similar to what he had, but he had
somebody that did it, and I was like, "Wow, if I can do better than that."
So he went overboard. So, I mean, if need be, you have the ability to do what, 6 colors at once?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you do I think who was I'm going back in chat here because I missed one. It glows under the black light. Yes, he's got a bunch of glow colors there, Ray. If you're still hanging out with us.
Glow. I got super glow blue, super glow orange, glow. You know, the other one that's real bright is that blaze orange, man. You hit it with a UV and it just like pops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't glow, but any UV that hits it is incredibly bright.
Yeah. The Anyway, so he did the 6.
I'll do a super glow orange for you. Super glow orange.
Look how quickly you can just flop out colors too. Boom. Back in action. So crazy. Let's see if these ones lay down any better.
Well, what I like also, I built it out so it's on one sheet of plywood. I just unplugged the piece that's on the back. I can load it in my car and bring it over to your house. Of course, I can't imagine Irene would really appreciate us making powder and stripper stuff all over the house.
It's not called stripper stuff.
You know, what are the sparkles?
The glitter stuff?
Glitter, yeah, glitter.
Yeah. Your mind just went straight to the strippers, huh?
I mean, you know, it's not like I have glitter laying around my house, you know.
That's true.
The only... Now I do, of course, because I have paint.
All right. LOL. I mean, he isn't wrong. No, he's not wrong.
I mean, come on, bud. I've been to Sturgis like 5 times. Pretty sure.
All right, let's not get into
I won't
these
lie
stories,
to you.
please.
What? Now you don't want me telling Sturgis stories?
You could tell the stories about you and Jason. Tell them the story about you and Jason and the campers next to you, and you guys woke up way early before them after you told them to quiet it down. That's a good story.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that time we were staying in the KOA. We'd be rolling on the bikes, and then we would, stop at the KOA, and we've been riding for, I don't know, 300-400 miles. And so we pull in this KOA, and we're sitting there, kind of have our dinner and set up our tents and stuff. And then we get, go to bed at like, I don't know, 10:30. Because we would get up every morning at like, usually about 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock, because we wanted to beat the heat. It was in August. So, be 100 degrees by fucking noon. So we get up real early and leave. But anyway, so we go to bed pretty early. Well, then this crew rolls in around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, starts setting up their stuff, and then they proceed to just party, and it's not like the party, like they're just sitting around yelling at each other, talking real loud and all that shit. I don't know, till 3 in the morning. I think I woke up at one point at 3 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, heard them up. So we get our bikes all loaded up, and we get all our stuff on it, and then we carefully roll our bikes back to their tents, and we're like my two big pipes off the back are literally about a foot from their tent. And then we proceed to go 1, 2, 3 and fire the bikes up, and just like, what, in these people's tents, man. You can hear them screaming as we're driving down the road. It's like, all right, well, there you go. It was our revenge. Figured if they were staying up late, they'd want to get up early with us.
You're doing them a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
have like this blue, but it's like purple back. Well, we'll just rock with it. Why not? Give it a little bit of extra color. Well deserved. Evo says, well deserved.
Yeah, well, maybe next time they'll think twice before they do it to somebody else.
I mean, at some point, once you've already asked once nice and you don't listen, is what it is. I feel like honestly, like, not just motorcycling. That happens on the river too.
Yeah. There's always those rude people. And sometimes, you fuck around and find out.
Dude, cussing.
Oh, sorry. Effing around and find out.
There you go. Oh, this is actually kind of cool because when I double back, it like does a two-tone thing.
My thing is completely full. I've got them trying to cook. Can you see them all? And there's a bunch down there.
Probably burned a hole in their tent too.
No, it wasn't that close.
Ray says,
I'm not into.
"No, keep
I'm not
cooking."
into
I'd say.
destroying
I'm
stuff.
trying to
just
be a little bit friendly, but yeah, it does add flavor. It's hard because him and I, yeah, but try not to anyway. You start telling a passionate story about something that happened, the cussing comes out a little bit.
I'll try to keep it PG.
Where does the police box curtain though? What do you got it hung up on right now?
I just rigged up a piece of pipe up there and some cam straps, kind of hold it up there. You know,
Right on.
it lends effect, man.
Yeah, it does. Super rad. Talked to Mike today.
Oh yeah, what did he have to say?
He said he's just bummed because he can't. He's not going to the Sportsman show with me. And then he was wanting to get out on the river and do some steelheading with me, and he was like, "Oh, do you want to go down to the green and do that?" And I'm like, "Dog, you don't understand how much of a chore that is." He's like, "Oh yeah, but I can help drive half of it." And I'm like, "That's not the point." And the other part of it too is like, it's not his gas money, and it's not his money to do the food as well. So
Well, yeah, on top of the fact that you have to drive all the way around to pick him up.
yeah,
You know,
he's
it's going
completely
to
out of
add
my way.
45 minutes to your drive because you
Yeah,
can just get on the freeway from your house, but then you got to swing all the way out around the Mount Baker Highway and shit.
yeah.
You know, so unless he can somewhere along the freeway, it's going to add 30, 40 minutes to your drive. All right, let me find my doohickeys, thingamajiggers, gizmachis. Man, it's getting hot in here. Better turn the heater down.
Oh, all right. Oregon said it. We don't have to worry about it so much. I don't know. I just try and be. I don't know what. I'm not fully aware of what YouTube likes and doesn't like, so I want to just play it on the safe side.
What's that? What are you talking about?
Oh, they're talking about the cussing thing.
Oh, what? Am I in trouble? We gonna get banned now?
No, well, no. That's the thing. Because I did set it for not kid friendly, so I just figured that was going to be the case with you. So no, I'm kidding. That's just what I always set it to.
Whew, that's black.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to that way. There we go. Put on a little hook.
We encourage it. I gotta go drive home in a minute. Are you gonna be on for a while? I think so. Yep. He may pop off, but I might hang out for a little bit longer. You know what? With that color blue, a light sparkle of pink on that jig head would really pop. Oh, okay. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
You're thinking this, but like a head of this color? Something like. Ow. Hold on. Something like that, but in the blue and the pink?
Yeah.
Or like that.
I mean, I can do doubles if you want. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't have any of those to make right now. You're not talking about doing those for the trolling one, right?
No, but E in here He's not far from me, and he was thinking the blue, this one, with a pink sparkle to it, or a pink head, or.
Is that pink? Or is that ruby slipper, or is that no? That's got to be just a straight up hot pink.
Yeah. Could you ask him to make a bright orange dart hook? Do you have any darts left?
No. I just made them all. Sorry.
All right, well, next batch. He did this one too, E. That I really like this color combination.
Which one? Is that the gold with the red?
The ruby slipper underneath.
Oh yeah, and the gold on top. Yeah, okay.
The Iron Man.
The Iron Man. That's right. Make another Iron Man.
A little pinch dusted on the blue, so he wants the dusted, something similar to this.
All right, so just like use the brush then and tap it.
Yeah. But here's my current stock of steelhead jigs. Or not steelhead, salmon jigs. So I just kind of pick from this color and kind of go from there. Got quite a few different colors in here because he's got quite a few different colors. Like some interesting green ones. Bright orange. All right, Oregon. See you in a bit, buddy. And then like black and blue, which is kind of my favorite. Or I mean, I'm sorry, black and red. You know, that nightmare style. And then these blue ones. And then we got some, like he did, just kind of experimenting with him a little bit. But like this red and chartreuse, you know, not huge, but I can do something with that, you know. But and then I've got, the hell did I do with it? The steelhead jigs are somewhere around here. Hold on.
I did one orange one. Look.
Oh, there they are. Here's the. I'm kind of low on this one, but that's the steelhead colors.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see this, Rob. Look over here. Look at this orange one.
That's awesome.
Look at that.
Oh, that orange one?
Yeah, that's that Blades orange, and that's UV. And then these light up because different ones react differently to the UV light, which is what the fish see a lot of. But the purpley, this thing glows like weirdly. See that?
I am Ewos. I am close to the Skagit, brother. If you want, hit me up on Instagram. Could do some fishing if you want, man. That could be fun. Always looking for fishing peeps. And then this is just some of the inline weights that he's made. I got a whole pile of those as well.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
No, I'm talking to the cat.
Oh. And then here's some of the steelhead ones I've made recently. So I just put them in here because my steelhead box currently is absolutely jam-packed full of the freaking things. So this is my steelhead box. I've got soft beads, some worms. There is some jig heads in here for the worms, and then I just got a bunch of jigs that I made.
Oh, fuck. That's fine.
Hopefully the hatchery Chinook season this May on the Skagit. Okay, I'm down. I don't fish for the Skag a whole lot. I don't have a boat that can do it, so I'm usually off the bank. In a few different places, but yeah, man. If you're ever a little bit farther north, I don't do river names and stuff, but if you're ever farther north, I think you know what I'm talking about. Hit me up on Instagram and we'll do some fishing for salmon and if that's like your thing. Otherwise, I do a lot of bass and that kind of stuff too. Just hooked myself.
Leaned over to plug this thing in and burned my damn arm on the heat gun.
Again, you did that last time too.
Well, apparently I don't learn. All bacon in there at the moment. I've done about all I can do tonight until I get some more hooks, which I'm going to go in tomorrow and just order all the hooks. So I got enough hooks to do whatever I want. And that other
shoreline.
Ned,
I'm about 30 minutes south of there. Oh, okay. Right on. You're going to order a bunch more hooks tomorrow?
Well, yeah, I'm going to go in and just order the hooks for all these jigs that I have, because now I told you I spent the time to look them all up on that Do It website. So I'm going to go back to the Do It website and just order up the hooks. I don't remember. I think you ordered the Gatsu ones for the salmon. Was that on Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just look those up and order those again and have them sent here.
Okay. Can do. Are you all done?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm about to cook some. I'm out of room in my oven, and I'm out of room on my wall, so now I just got to sit and cook a whole bunch of them.
Show me your wall. Oh yeah, you made it. Is that all tonight, huh?
Yeah. And there's still a bunch down here.
...2021 season for the Humpies, we are having 100 fish days on the Skagit. Okay, so it's Humpy season fall 2025, right? EWAS? Yeah, EWAS says, damn, nice haul. Yeah, man, if you want to do some fishing, I am definitely going for Humpies. I don't do it enough, obviously, because it's hard to get to do. And for those of you guys that don't know, I can't remember, is Humpy season is like every other year, or is it? It might be more than that. It's been so long I don't remember, but I think it's every other year. My favorite to fish for. Oh, right on.
Yeah, you catch those in the Skagit, don't you? Is that where we were talking about that time?
Year. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you catch them in the Skagit. Yeah. And we usually I used to go off the bank and just plunk for them. It was a different way of doing it, where you use for those in here that don't know, it's you use a pretty heavy pyramid weight, and then you cast it out pretty far into the river because it's a big river. And then I like to use some shrimp or something of that nature tied onto a hook, or you can use some Brad's cut plugs if you want them, or some super baits are pretty popular. But then you
You
just
think that rubber doggin or rubber doggin,
bobber dogging?
bobber
No, not
doggin
really.
would
No,
work
it's
for
too big
that?
of a river. Maybe in
No.
some sections, but yeah, no. Snohomish is really good for them. Oh, okay. Right on, man. Ewas, when make sure you hit me up on Instagram, dude. It's in my bio of my YouTube channel. Just shoot me a message, man. There we go. Black and blue, tried and true.
Nice. Yeah, I'll get all these cooked and then we'll put skirts on them another night.
Oh, right on.
I got all kinds of skirts.
You got a bunch of new skirts?
Yeah.
Move your camera so you can see, look at all your setups instead of they just look at the table.
I mean,
19 people in here. If you guys haven't already, I really appreciate you guys like the stream. It helps me out immensely and lets me chat with new people. So like Ewas here. Yeah, there you go. Show all your goods. How's the oven? Did you get the I was gonna ask you, did you get the what was it? The thing that you needed to put in the oven so they're not hanging upside down.
oh yeah, I got I got one of these. And
Yeah.
I got the pieces. Remember, I bought the pieces, but I haven't got around to building it yet because I haven't
To
found the
making them?
silicone piece.
Mm.
That's pretty good if I don't put too much paint on them. But yeah, I probably should try and put some of them. It's just the problem is I can only get like 6 in there, 7 of them. And I mean, I guess I could put them on the top shelf. They'll fit, and then I could hang some down below so I could cook more at a time, I suppose. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you'd think I was fucking producing them for a factory or something the way I go at it, but
No, just one kid. Ooh, I'm really hoping I have enough thread to finish this. I've used an entire spool of thread.
really? Wow.
Yeah.
That fly place was pretty cool. They had a lot of thread in there, dude.
Yeah. The dude in there's weird though, man.
Well, that's a fly fishing place, man. They're kind of like that.
It's so weird because I went in there recently too, and I try and put like my best face forward, right? And we're like, hey man, what's up? You know? And he's like, good. Something I can help you find. I'm like, no man, I'm just looking around, seeing what you got, seeing what I don't need, but I'll probably end up buying, ha 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 ha. Terrible joke.
That was the problem. You tried to
Nothing.
joke with him.
Nothing out of that guy. He's like, all right, well, let me know what you need. And I'm like, all right, man. So I didn't spend much time in there because again, it's just like it's a small shop.
Oh yeah, dude.
And play some music or something, man. Otherwise, he's just kind of standing at the counter, awkwardly watching me shop the store.
There was like
So
3 dudes in there when I went in, and he was super helpful. And I said, "Listen, I need to buy some, some thread for my kid." And he's like, "Oh well, And I said, "What threads would you recommend for the best for steelhead and that sort of thing?" And he's all happy to help me get a handful of threads.
okay,
But
I don't know. Maybe I'm just too off-putting or something.
yeah, well, I find you to be off-putting.
Whatever, dude. Hey Austin, what's up? What kind of fish do you flies for? These are twitching jigs. I make them kind of like this. And I use them for salmon mostly. These big ones anyway.
Cool.
Just
All right,
got here.
bud.
What
I think I'm
shop
gonna
is he
bail.
talking about? Marcus, welcome to the chat, by the way. Marcus, I was more or less just talking about a fly fishing shop that I go into near me to get all my supplies for doing this stuff. And the guy that runs it is kind of he's just an odd duck. Not a bad guy. He's a very nice guy. He's just kind of odd. So I've tried to, conversate with the guy many times and it just doesn't work out. So in Oregon, no, in Washington, man. But like I said, nice enough dude. super helpful when you need him to. He's just kind of, I don't know. It's always been odd when I go in there. Sounds like a shop in Everett. Dude's always grumpy. I feel like any old school bait tackle shop, there's always just some grumpy dude in there. You know? I feel like that's where I'll end up eventually. You know, retired, working part-time at a bait shop, just mugging people as they walk in the door. That's what I wanted. That's what I want to do with my retirement. I'll be that old dude sitting in the back. Oh, what just happened? No.
Would
That
do
sucks.
fall apart?
Yeah, the leather snapped on me when I wasn't ready. Later, K Fishing Pro. Appreciate you hanging out, brother.
All right, bud. I'm gonna probably jump off.
You heading out too?
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
man.
tired. So,
All right.
how do I get off? Do I just hit the X button?
Yep. Once you hit the X button, it should let you out.
All right. All right.
All
Love
right,
you,
dude.
buddy. Talk to you
Love
later.
you. All right, bye. It's my dad, everybody. All right. Now that I'm back to square one. He figured out I was doing the YouTube thing, and he saw me doing a live. He's like, "Ah, that could be fun. I could do that." I'm like, "Yeah, you want to? That'd be fun, man." Paul's Way, appreciate it, brother. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night, man. Yeah. Thanos from Squid Games. That's awesome, bud. Fly fishing, yeah. I'm new to this, so I wanted to go in and catch good vibes and education. Oh man, that's all I'm about. That's exactly what I want my channel to be, is good vibes and education in a friendly way. Yeah, so anyways, I use these to catch standby fish like this. These are king salmon, which are in my area. Appreciate that subscribe, Marcos. That's awesome, man. I really appreciate that, dude. You're an awesome guy. Oh no, he was saying goodbye to my dad. All right, I'll let him know. Thanks, Paul. I thought a bunch of people were leaving. I'm an idiot. Anyway, but yeah, these are king salmon. I catch these in my area. I got a bunch of other salmon pictures. I'm old school. I like to print out photos. You guys will see me throw these in your face a lot. If you guys want, I got a bunch of other ones too, if you're interested. But I'll just start with salmon. So this one here was probably my earliest photo I had. Chinook, I believe. But yeah, this is when I first started using bobber dog, and this guy bit my line, and I was pretty ecstatic about it. So love the energy that guy brought to it too. He was fighting me hard. But yeah, that was a great day. And then let's see, this was Chinook that I got a couple years back as well. So that was a pretty good fish there. You notice I'm using gloves. There's a type of bait that we use, and you can even see like the little pouch on my belt. There's a type of bait that we use. It's like will dye your hands red. But these guys love it. So this was probably one of my favorite fish I caught. This is a more recent photo because you guys can see that I had my GoPro on me at that point, but no real good footage that day, unfortunately. And then I started using these type of gloves, and I ended up hating these because they break on me about halfway through the day, because I put my fingers in the fish's mouth and they just rip away. So and I showed the big king. I showed, yeah, that one. So when salmon are reaching the end of their run up in the river, dude, actually that would be a fun stream. Is you and him, David. I would watch the heck out of that. But as they get up in the river and they get towards the end of their lifespan, there they start to turn this really red color. So oddly enough, this fish and this fish are basically the same fish, just different times of the year. Yeah. And so they turn this red color. You'll hear a lot of guys on the river call them fire trucks, or at least I do. Otherwise, some people call them boots, because at this point, they're not that great for eating. You can smoke them at this point, but I've gotten pretty good to know right kind of where like this one is, where it's just starting to turn and the meat's still good. And but I try to do it as ethical as I can. If they're too red, I end up just releasing them and letting them go. But yeah, the salmon fishing's fun. And then I go trout fishing and I go bass fishing. I like to do all that stuff. So my grandpa, he started me on fishing, and then my dad continued it. The guy that was in here earlier, and kind of just been something I've always done. Kind of got away from it in my teenage years, as teenagers do, I suppose. And then my wife actually brought me back to it after a long time, and then I just kind of made it my thing of staying out of trouble and doing this. So almost thought it was a sockeye. We call them zombies. Yep, zombies for sure. I feel like everybody's got a different name. Have you been in the fly shop in the Sisters, Oregon? I have not, but that could be fun. I would definitely go check them out. If there's fly shops or anything like that along my path of wherever I'm going, I usually stop. Anything red at all, we don't keep. Yeah, I mean, I like. Yeah, I would say to that extent, I wouldn't keep as many either. But I don't. I do smoke fish, so some of those are still pretty good for the smoker, but it's a preference thing. This year, I didn't keep any of those because I had so much king this year. There's a photo when you guys probably clicked on this stream of me holding up a king I got this year. I got so much king in the fridge at the moment. When I got to that part of the season, I was like, I don't even need to keep any of these fish. So. I think we have enough to just do this one. Have I ever been dip netting? Are you talking dip netting for oh, God damn it, the name's getting farther and farther away from my head. No. Okay, salmon? No, I have not. No, I thought you were talking about there's like a small fish here that you can go for and then use nets, but they're apparently tasty little fish. You should do a show of all your rods and reel combos. I did last stream, Charlie. My last stream that I did, I showed off all my rods and reels. If you guys, let's see if I can't. See, look right back there in that corner. That's just a few of what I've got. I've got quite a few more than that, but most of them are aimed for salmon, bass, trout, that kind of thing. Hooligans? Yeah, I think that's what I'm talking about. I swear to God, the name's just floating. It's gone, man. Forget it. I do that a lot. Forget what I was talking about. I have no idea what I was talking about anymore. It'll randomly come back to me later. I'll do it again another stream. I probably won't do it tonight, man, but I will definitely do it again. Only because I pulled out like all of my rods and it took me forever to put them all back, so I don't feel like doing it again like tonight. But I will definitely do it again. Remind me on another stream and I'll do it for you, man. What is it you're interested in seeing? Like, what is it that you do, and I can kind of aim it towards that. There we go. I thought I saw the last one, though I guess not. You may have. It was near the end. I think I did that. Are you from Washington? I am from Washington, man. Love this state. All right, thanks, man. The bass rods mainly, yeah. I've got 6 or 7 bass rods over there. I'm pretty partial to Daiwa. I think it's a personal preference of mine, but Daiwa rods are my kind of go-to and one of my favorites. Austin the Angler. Where the salmon count's good this last year, we didn't get a lot up in Alaska. Dude, it was insane for us here in Washington. The counts were way higher than normal. And then for someone like myself that does it every year, regardless of the numbers, just because I like fishing, it did 2 things. It was, like I said, it was great for us because we got lots of catching, but it also brought out the people that were like, well, if it's that good, then I want to get out and do it in newbies, which I'm totally fine with, right? Don't get me wrong, and don't think I'm saying anything mean about that at all. But it also brought out a lot of people that didn't understand kind of rules of the river, that kind of stuff, and then that were unwillingness to follow them. If you catch my drift, old school guys know what I'm talking about, I think. If you're new to a section of river and you're new to fishing in general, I would say my best piece of advice to anybody out there is don't just start fishing. Watch around you first. Look what other people are doing. Look where other people are. And then as you're watching, maybe go and talk to someone and tell them that you're new. And you're like, hey, not really sure what I'm doing. Would this be a good spot to go? If I had one kid in general came up to me and asked me, because he didn't seem like he had any idea what he was doing, and he came up and asked me like, hey, do you mind telling me what you're using? I'm new here. I've never done salmon fishing before. And then him and I proceeded to spend the rest of the day fishing together, and I just helped stock him up with all his stuff that he needed and showed him the ropes. Most guys out there that are old school guys are more than happy to help if you go about it the right way. If you just kind of shove your way in between people and try and fish in between them, and you're not really following the casting rule, fishing etiquette, then you can upset quite a few people, and it's just not a great look for you. So like I said, the best thing you can do is just kind of watch and then find someone that looks friendly enough and strike a conversation. I'll talk to anybody on the river. Most good people out there will too. Yeah, there's a fishing etiquette Ewos is talking about there. You guys took all the fish. Hey man, it's been like, I call it the 5-year flood. It seems like every 5 years we just get a ridiculous run come through, and then we have to wait 4 years for another like absolute monster run like that again. You guys seem to be pretty, fluid no matter what. I used to, my old man, the guy that was in here earlier, him and I used to actually go out of Seward quite a bit, fishing up in Alaska. I miss it. Been trying to plan one last go around trip to him and I to go do that. You guys had a good run in 2023. Yeah. That's the blue zonkers trips I've been looking for. These things. I was saying that fly shop that I go to, man, that guy is fully stocked. He has everything you could ever need in there, but he's just an odd duck, man. He's so awkward to talk to. Yeah, I like the black and blues. Probably one of my favorites. I used to play lo-fi music in the chats too, but I was like, it just doesn't fit me. Let's see if I can't get away with some bluegrass or something. Ow. It's the second time I've done that. You guys want good hooks? Let me know. Ow. Damn, I got thin blood today. He might have some kind of mental condition. No, he's not like that. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying, like, he just awkwardly doesn't want to talk. But he will talk to guys that come in there and, like, shit, it might just be a me thing. I don't know. But he will talk to guys in there that have obviously been in there before. I've only been in there like quite a handful of times now, so maybe that's just it. This one I'm just gonna glue. Rex hooks? Yeah, I do too. When I'm tying flies, I normally am on here tying like woolly buggers and stuff like that. Matter of fact, there's 16 people hanging in here right now. Yo, Oregon, made it home safe, beautiful. This one here, when I am tying flies, I filled. It's not organized whatsoever, but woolly buggers, big old fat woolly buggers. What else I got in here? That kind of woolly bugger. sand ones, some grizzly hackled ones, some midges, stuff like this. These are all in there, and then a couple of streamers I tied up as well. If you don't know, this is a streamer made by Spirit Fly here on YouTube. This was his pattern idea, and it's a micro sculpin. It's got like little legs that stick out on it, made out of squirrel. Anyway, everything, yeah, it dry flies in the back. This is the giveaway box. So once we hit 5, I'm going to keep filling this thing. If it's not full by that time, I'm going to fill it. And this thing's going to be given away to someone here as like a thank you to you guys. So trying to hit that 500 mark. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. All right. That's had sufficient time to dry. Let's chop back some of these a little bit. Who's awesome? Spirit? Evils? That'll thin out. Oh, I missed a leg. Switch and jig. Made quite a few. Oh, made quite a few of these tonight. Did you guys go on a boat out of Seward? We did, yeah. We had a buddy up there that took us out. And I'll try and find some old footage of that and put it on my channel. You guys are gonna look at a much younger cavefish by a lot thinner cavefish as well. But yeah, dude, we went on a boat out of Seward, out of a place called Pony Cove. So it's like 2-hour boat ride or hour boat ride away from out of Seward, to get where we're going. And he put us on the fish. It was awesome. We can try and do a live stream from my channel next Thursday after fishing to see if we can get you some. Dude, I'm down for sure. Oregon, that would be dope.
Okay, so Doritos has asked fans to make their Super Bowl commercials.
What were you guys catching? We were catching. Mainly, we were going for halibut. And my dad ended up hooking a 110-pound one, something like that. We ended up having to, before we brought it in the boat. But we'd catch some pretty decent sized ones, and then rock bass, or rockfish, that kind of stuff. And then salmon. Some days we were there for a week, so it was kind of flipping between salmon to rockfish to cod to whatever. Oh yeah, it was huge, dude. It was huge. It wouldn't even fit in the cooler. We had to leave it in the bottom of the bay on the back of the boat. It was the last day. I gotta find the photo of it. It was the last day. I know I have a photo of me holding up one of the fillets of it, and it stood about this high up on my hand. It was that, and my hands were like this far, this far apart, holding it, and it was just drooping off my hands. But huge fish. The cheek was like this big. But yeah, we shot it, brought it in the boat. Took all 4 of us to get it over the side into the gunnel on the boat, and then it was kind of early in our day, and we're like, okay, well, I guess we're done fishing for the day. And then we went back to the cut house, and then me being the young kid of the group, I had to gaff the hook or gaff the fish, put it in the wheelbarrow, which it didn't even fit in the wheelbarrow. So to keep it in the wheelbarrow, I had to like put my arm through its gills and in through its mouth and like hold on to it at the same time of like trying to wheel the barrel. And then we put it in the back of the tailgate of the truck. And then there was no actual tailgate of the truck. Or we put it in the back of the truck, and then the tailgate was gone. So they again threw me in the back of the truck with the fish, holding it, through the gill plate, and we had to drive all the way back to the cut house, and then we brought it in the cut house, and that was a fun day in itself, doing that. But our day got cut short because of it, but it was still worth it, way worth it. I'll find the photos of it, of at least the fillet, and then next time you guys I'm live, I'll make sure to have something ready so you guys can see that. I love to eat halibut, dude. Delicious. Halibut is delicious. By the way, I used 240 on these twitching jigs. Heavy. Whoa. What should we do next? What colors do I have in here? A lot of. A ton of green. Let's do a green one. Doggone. Not really an ocean fisherman. I stick to fly fishing for char and trout. Yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, I would love to do fly fishing charters. I think that would be a lot of blast. I fish. I like to fish flies. I like to fish bait caster. I like to fish spinning reel. I just kind of fish for everything with everything. But yeah, I've never done really any fly fishing charters. I've wanted to, though. I definitely want to. I think so. Yeah, hold on a second. Let's see if I can do that. Stand by, guys. I'll be right back. All right, Oregon. I think I just got you. It's on your Instagram, brother. I hope that works. I don't know. I've never done one midstream, so we're actually testing this on the fly. Get it on the fly. Just went straight to